Marshfield, Wisconsin, a city of 18,000 people, began as a lumber development in the mid-19th century. In the absence of an accessible navigable waterway, Marshfield turned to the railways for the transportation of goods and services. A major fire in 1887 left the city in ruins and facing a complete rebuilding. As reconstruction began, ordinances were implemented that required all new downtown buildings be fireproof and located on either side of an extraordinarily wide main street, which was to serve as a fire break. This gave downtown Marshfield an eclectic blend of solid and fanciful brick buildings, many dating back to the late 1800s. As the city grew, the downtown became the city's center for commercial and social life. Economic and consumer trends in the 1970s and 80s pushed many of Marshfield's larger businesses away from downtown in favor of areas on the edge of town with room for new buildings and parking space. These factors and the construction of a mall in 1979 diminished the vigor of downtown life.
In the 1940s and 50s and 60s, everybody would go uptown on a Saturday to go shopping. People started to move to malls in the 1970s and 1980s, and our downtown, like a lot of downtowns, became a lot darker, and buildings started to come in a state of disrepair.
Fortunately, that trend is reversing, thanks in part to such community efforts as the Main Street program, started in 1990. This group has made tremendous strides to quicken the pulse of the Central Avenue area.
In the 1990s, there was a lot of efforts made to start to renovate some of these downtowns and look at them as historical landmarks. And ours was no exception. Marshfield was one of the first Main Street communities in the state of Wisconsin.
Financial assistance from a facade program has enabled business owners to restore their storefronts to a near-original look and appeal. To date, 14 buildings have received facelifts with aid from these grants, enhancing the downtown's array of niche market shops and revitalizing interest in Marshfield's city center.
There is a sense of home with our Main Street. It gives our town a starting place. It's a cozy downtown. People feel safe walking down the street and shopping here.
In 2009, Central Avenue was completely refurbished with such amenities as planters and trash receptacles, which further stimulate pedestrian and auto traffic.
During the reconstruction of South Central Avenue in 2009, there was a lot of emphasis put on the historic nature of the downtown. The crosswalks, the pedestrian friendliness of the downtown were focal points. There was a lot of personal investments in the downtown, donations for amenities such as historic lighting and benches, trash receptacles, all in an effort to create a streetscape that would really be sort of the hallmark of what a downtown should be. Common Council has invested a little over $200,000 in the facades of our downtown businesses, with a total investment from the property owners of nearly $800,000. There's been a lot of pride put into the buildings downtown, and a lot of some really significant historical renovations done.
It's an improvement to the downtown, to the history of our town. If you go back and look at the pictures, it's amazing. How it's come kind of full circle. I have to give a lot of credit to our Main Street Marshfield staff. They have done an amazing job. For instance, the trick-or-treating for the kids. We had 400 kids come for Halloween in the door. And we had, 50% of the parents say, how long have you been here? Earl Norman's been in Marshfield for 60 years.
Hopes for the future of downtown Marshfield include a continuation of the facade grant program and the fostering of an environment friendly to businesses and consumers alike.
We're a thriving community, a growing community. The downtown Main Street is the heart of the community. It always has been and it always will be. And that's something that I think for a long time people forgot. Main Street was where we used to go, and we want it to be where it is we go again. We're very proud of what we have, and we're very proud of what we're going to continue to do.
I've owned this business a little over a year on Main Street, and Saturday afternoons people are up and down, and it's a nice place to live.